So here's what I want you to do. First thing is, I want you to recognize where you are right now, where your business is right now, where your team members are right now. We got to take control back of our emotions. We got to down-regulate this response system and start up-regulating, meaning we got to turn on that brain of ours and to really become more creative and resourceful during these times. Creativity and resourcefulness can take us a long, long way, but we've got to have access to it first. So I want you to think about where you are in this kind of continuum. And again, some people are gonna get one of them, and some people are just gonna jump directly to leadership. It doesn't matter where you are, just recognize it. What are things that you can do to kind of get out of this situation, right? You probably have heard this idea that the worst thing you can tell someone that is panicking is tell them not to panic, right? Or telling someone not to worry when they are worried. What we really want to do is give ourselves some very specific actions and some very specific things that we can do. So I'm going to give you a few recommendations. So the first one you'll probably hear a lot about. And the science and research and evidence is just overwhelming, and that's meditation, right? I'm not going to go into a lot of what or how to do it. There's a lot of resources online and elsewhere. You don't have to be good at it. This is what's really cool about it. And you don't have to clear your brain and do impossible things. All you have to do is sit quietly, reflect. You've got to breathe. One of my favorite exercises have to do with just focusing on your breathing, which anyone can do, and just sitting calmly. And depending on how stressful the situation is, you might want to do it more than once. And then you might also want to limit how long you're doing it. So a lot of people want to go and meditate for a whole hour. Well, if you've really never done it, 2 or 3 minutes might be enough, but it's enough also to kind of help your whole body calm down. Second, play games, right? Play games. And you might think I'm crazy. Amy, great book, Better Faster, where she goes into a lot of depth on the importance of games that engage all of your are a lot better at giving you getting you more relaxed and getting you more calm. So you might want to take a look at that. Play Candy Crush, Clash of Clans, board games, just stuff that really engages all of your visual and auditive cognitive senses. That really helps calm down. Talk to friends, talk to family. I know that that's the last thing you feel like doing right now, but it's probably one of the most important things. They need your support just as much as you need theirs. So make a couple of quick calls. Just say, hey, just wanted to say hi. Feeling a little stressed. I'm actually not feeling like talking very long, but it's really important that you get back into connection with others. That's another critical. And the next one is laugh. Laugh. Think about those funny moments that have happened in your life. Watch your favorite comedy movie. Watch a stand-up routine. Just get yourself laughing. All these trigger all the positive chemicals in our brain that help us get back in control and help us start thinking again. So once we're in control of that, we can move on to step number 2. So step number 2 is about getting clear about your ideal outcomes. Whether it's personal or in business, think about what are your ideal outcomes and ideal scenarios. Visualizing and stimulating your brain to think about what you do want instead of what you don't want will really help get your brain focused and aligned and creative and resourceful towards what you're really wanting to do. From there, you can actually start prioritizing some of these actions that can help you get out of this dangerous situation. The idea is there's demands coming left and right. There's issues and challenges left and right. It's always really important to say, hey, what is the most important thing I need to worry about right now? What's the most important thing I can do right now? And work on that. In my next video, I'm going to go a lot more into how to get that clarity and help you focus to move along. Third thing I want you to do is think. right? As obvious as it sounds, based on what I was just telling you before, that can actually be one of the hardest things to do right now. Because our brain is saying, no, I don't have the energy. I don't have the time to think. I need to be responding. I need to be doing. So it is critical that you actually set some time aside and think. Now, what is thinking? Well, thinking is the act of asking yourself questions. So ask yourself questions about the outcomes that are important for you. And again, in the next video, I'm gonna be suggesting some things you want to be thinking about, right? Make time to think, make time to plan, ask yourself great questions. If one of the things I do with my clients that they don't usually do is actually set time for thinking. We do that through quarterly planning, through monthly meetings. Well, in a situation like this, thinking becomes a priority, and you actually want to be doing more thinking than you usually do, right? Just imagine a war situation. You don't create a campaign or a plan and then figure out what to do next month. You are consistently planning, taking action, evaluating your results, planning again, taking action, evaluating your response. This is the time where you've got to be engaging your brain more than ever. The last thing I want to talk to you about right now is asking for help. So research shows that when we're in stressful situations, the number one tendency we have is to contract, right? To contract, to isolate, to think that we can figure this out, to not want other input, to not want other support. Curiously enough, that's the worst response that we can have, because what we need more than ever is help. We need outsiders' perspectives. We need people that can see things that we cannot see, people that are not necessarily vested in the emotions that we are vested, so they can be and help us be more objective. It doesn't matter who you're asking help from. You can call a professional, call a friend, call a neighbor, call a family member. Just be open to help. And again, you are acting against your natural tendency. Response is to want to get help. Well, you actually want to force yourself to do that, right? So I'm challenging you right now, make a couple of calls and ask for a little bit of help from someone, whatever you might need. Even if it's just say, hey, there's a situation, I think I have it completely under control. This is what I'm going to be doing. What do you think? It's just going to make you feel a lot better. So hopefully you're taking some of these ideas and starting to figure out how you can start activating them. I'll talk to you about what to do next in the next video.